That in itself wouldn't be like such a big deal, but it would take probably like half hour. I could do that on the spot. Yeah.
Okay, sweet. Oh my God, you're such a Mac genius, right?
Yeah, I
I
mean,
hope you're making a fortune.
yeah, no, I do pretty good for myself, but I try to stay away from doing the technical work and just like buy and sell. But because of my expertise, I can help you with that. At least just to get you on the new system. I just wanted to show you my children over here. These two boys. This is Bobo. This is Prince. These are my two favorite things in the whole world. Of course, after my wife and my child. But these are like my kids. I love them very much. And, we have a good time together. Right, Bobo?
Are they geniuses too?
Yeah. Bobo is Apple certified. He's been working at the Genius Bar for a while. He makes like 80,000 a year now.
Maybe he can fix my phone.
What do you think, Bobo? What is this? Who is this? Okay. So we're here at the repair shop. I'm going to show you a lot of these iPhones. They commonly have certain issues like with the button or with the earpiece not working. So when you buy a used phone, just make sure that you check, because all of these little things, like if one of them doesn't work, it could be really expensive to fix it, and it may not be worth it. You know what I mean? So for example, with this particular model, I see a lot of issues, specifically with the earpiece. Like, so when you hold your ear to the phone, you can't hear anything, or it's like really low. And I have another one here where the home button just doesn't work. So but because with this model, the 7 and the 8, it's a little bit of an issue to just change the button by itself, because when you change it, the fingerprints doesn't work unless you get a special part where it will work, and that's more expensive.
All right, we're back here for some entrepreneur talk. Today, I'm gonna ask this question myself. When do you think it's okay to pull from profit? A lot of people, when their business starts making money, you have two types of people. Some people, they just stay away from pulling out any profit, and everything they make keeps going back into it. Some people, they pull profit and it takes them longer to grow. At what point, for someone who starts off, let's say at the age of 22, their business is doing fairly well, do you suggest not pulling profit, or what do you think?
Well, the mistake I made was that I was pulling all the profit. So this was my first business. I was making I don't know, like 15,000 a month, something like that. So most of that went for expenses. I didn't end up saving anything. But in the beginning, when I was really working hard and I was building the business, I pretty much had to put in like 100% to get to that point. I had like, at some point I had like 100 or 200,000 on inventory that was paid off, that obviously I had saved up from the profits. But yeah, there's different philosophies on that. Some people say you save 40%, then you give 40% to taxes, and then you live on 20. But that's not realistic. Like,
yeah, who the hell is gonna live off 20?
That's if you're making 30, then that makes sense. Hey, what's up, guys? I'm here with my boy Don and Derek. They came to sell a few computers, and we started talking about business. Don and Derek have their own company. Maybe you can tell them more about it?
It's more lines of e-commerce, selling online merchandise online. We get good margins on it. It's pretty easy stuff, basically. Yeah.
For sure. Derek, do you have
Um,
anything to say?
No, it's just about the same thing he said. Just e-com business.
Get right to it, you know?
Yeah.
Can
Yes,
we
sir.
show them your ride? I really like your car, bro. Thank you, Derek. Appreciate it. Drinkable. This is not what we wanted. Strawberry is my favorite ice cream. And of course, these right here. The lychees. The lychees are my favorite also.
So on an average day, you know, you're buying and selling Apple products. You're going from a different part of town to a different part of town constantly. Do you find time to just enjoy things that are just in between? Like let's say, for example, you make a sale by a bowling alley. Do you ever just run in there and just bowl or golf or something like that?
I mean, yeah. Sometimes, like right now, you know, I happen to see an ice cream store, so we can stop for some ice cream. I mean, life isn't all about working, you know. You gotta find a way to enjoy a little bit too, you know.
Yeah, I remember when we filmed our first episode, you said life, then work.
Yes.
Explain that.
Well, you know, you gotta know why you're working, you know. If you're just working to work, you're gonna have a boring life, you know. You're never gonna explore your sort of inner inhibitions, you know, like different things that you want to experience or do. So I don't know, I kind of try to look big picture, you know, and say, hey, you know, what's my purpose here, you know, what am I trying to accomplish, and then I make it all fit together from that perspective. So I wanted to explain a little bit about the laptops. So most of the laptops that I sell, even from like $200 and up, they can do most, you know, tasks. Like for example, you can go online, you know, you can go to YouTube, you can do word processing, you know, whatever you want to do, you can usually do with it. Now, the newer ones obviously are going to be more powerful. So like, you know, if you're doing like video editing or like music production, then you can really benefit from that power. And that's why some of the newer ones, you know, they go up to like 8 cores, you know, 32 memory on a laptop. Yeah, the graphics cards, you know, they have I think like 8 gigabytes now. So but you know, you would spend like 8,000 or 7,000 on one of those, but a $200 used MacBook that I sell will accomplish the same thing. You know, you can still do all your stuff. So yeah, keep that in mind. You know, you don't have to spend a fortune. Like my average price point is like anywhere from 500 to 1,000. You know, for the ones that I sell, because you know, usually like when they're brand new, they start at about 1,000 and then they go up from there. But you know, some of the ones that I'm selling for like 500 now, they used to be like $3,000. So, you know, they're just a couple years old, whatever. So, yeah, when choosing your laptop, make sure that you don't get carried away, you know, with the terminology. But usually I'm really good with like, you know, establishing what people need, and then I recommend from there. You know, I never try to like, you know, let people spend more than, you know, they need to. But I do explain to them the different options and advantages and different things, so that way they know, you know, and they can make an educated decision. So thank you for watching episode 4. Today was a chill day, relaxed, very productive, and we'll see you on the next one.